Hey my you ladies and my gents, I'm StevenTocher. On today's episode of our Thoughtful Thursdays, I want to quickly talk to you about one of my favorite appliances in the whole entire world, the deep freezer. Alright, so the thing I love about the deep freezer is how much money it is going to save you, and it has saved me over the course of my life already. Alright, from the breads that we have, from the poultry, the different meats that we have, to the fruits and vegetables, and even our snacks. Those things that we buy in bulk or that we buy on sale save us $15, $20, even $30 a week, which comes up to hundreds of dollars a year. So for the price of, a deep freezer, which might last you, 5, 10, 15 years for a couple $100, it is worth it. If you're on your own, you can get a small, even a little waist high, even half the size of this freezer. But you want to invest in a deep freezer, and here is why. Okay, let's talk about fruits and vegetables first. So here we have some pineapple, and we have some green beans. We have a whole bunch of different stuff in here. As you see, I'm not reaching down too low because we got a ton of stuff in here. But the thing about getting fresh fruits and vegetables into your freezer right away after the grocery store, especially if they're on sale, is that when you do that, you stop the decay rate right away. So if that food might only last a week, let's say in the fridge, or maybe if you leave it outside, when you put it in the freezer, that 1 week lifespan that it had, it starts to go into the week 2, week 3, 4, 5, 6, depending on at the point where the decay rate has started. Now, don't get me wrong, every single fruit and vegetable is completely different, and if it's already frozen, it already has an expiry date, so be very, very careful about that. I don't want you to just, take some fruits and vegetables and take it from your freezer, put it into your deep freezer, if it's already frozen and, it goes past the expiry date and you get sick. That's not the idea. It's when you have something that's fresh, you want to buy lots of it, and you say, you know what, I can have this a couple weeks in advance. And that comes down to planning your meals, which I will talk about in a moment. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk to you about is poultry. Okay, so you got fishes, you got ham, you got different types of meat, you got ground beef. Now, if you go to the supermarket, for instance, let's say, and you see a mega sale, which to me, I see in the flyers probably about once every few weeks on, let's say, chicken breast, because everybody loves chicken breast when they're trying to, bulk up, when they're trying to get more muscle, when they're trying to eat lean meals. It's all about chicken breast, chicken breast, chicken breast. And at the end of the day, if you can find whole chickens or chicken breasts on sale, especially if it's like half price, if you buy enough of those for the month, let's say, you're going to save like $10 or $15 right there. Now, let's say you save $10 to $15 a week on different products, even between just your fruits and vegetables and your poultry. That's up to $750 per year. And I'm pretty sure just between that and the bread alone, we've saved thousands in the last 5 to 10 years that we've had a deep freezer. So with that being said, I'm going to go into bread. Now, bread is something that in my house, whole grain bread by the way, and or Ezekiel bread, that goes through our house in, I'm talking like record time. We go through, I'd say, anywhere between 4 to 6 loaves per week. Grandma comes over, a couple cousins come by, we need a whole bunch of sandwiches because they're traveling a bunch. My dad gets to it with some soup, we all want some in the morning for breakfast. It's not something that you want to consistently have carbohydrate-wise, but we have two people with very, very fast metabolisms in the house that absolutely love carbohydrates, and it just goes by quick. And if you buy, especially the nicer loaves at $3 to $4 each, that starts to add up very quickly. But if you can get up for $1.50, $2, $3, go to a nice bakery that maybe you have to drive an extra 5 or 10 minutes or walk or take the bus for an extra little time, but you can save $10 or $15 on buying a bunch of those loaves. It is really going to help your budget as well as help you, because you're not going to jump out and grab those snacks on the go. You're going to think, I have a bunch of food at home that I can have, a bunch of usually healthy food that I've thought of, prepped, and portioned. Okay, and that's what I want to get to now, is portioning your food. When you come back, for instance, say you buy a huge slab of steak, a big old piece of meat, or let's go to the extreme. You go out to a farm and you get an entire cow cut up. First of all, you're probably going to be saving hundreds of dollars if you do that, if not thousands over the course of the year or a couple of years. But you're also going to be getting the meat while it's still soft, because unless you have a deep freezer in your car, it's going to come back, it's going to get a little softer in the plastic bags or whatever transportation you're using. That is when you need to cut it up and put it into your airtight seal bags or your Tupperware. And when you do that, you portion your food off, you can just grab it quickly and start setting up dinner. Or maybe you cut it up into cubes, you pop it into your soup or your stews or however you're going to have it. Even seasoning it beforehand, it does stop the decay, but it's still going to get nice and it's going to really work itself. All the sauces, and all the different spices are going to work into the meat, and that's what you want. So when you start thinking about the deep freezer, start thinking about ways that you can save money in the long run by taking especially fresh fruits and vegetables, poultry, your favorite snacks and breads, popping it in the freezer and labeling them as well. I just want to quickly show you that before I finish off this video. If you can get the Ziploc bags, for instance, with the little label on them, or you can get some green tape, that works really well. And just also put the date on, when you put it in there and the expiry, so you can shuffle in the meat and kind of have things organized, or even a list at the top. Or if you really want to get stringent with it, just take a picture of the food as well, and you can just flip through it on your phone. You could be, oh, I already have this, and when I already ate that, you just quickly delete it. Just have a separate folder for that, and that is really going to save you a ton of money. Lastly, one thing I just always like to promote for family time in general is berry picking, apple picking, just doing any of those things in general. And I'm telling you, that stuff is going to really, really help not only just the family atmosphere that you're going to have, it's going to be extremely fun, but I'm telling you, you're also going to love that you're going to take the freshest of fruits and even vegetables that you just picked, toss them in the freezer with whatever preservatives, or for instance, if you want to take some brown sugar and cinnamon, throw it in with the apples, and when they come out, they're going to taste basically the same way, whether it's a week, a month, 2 months later. It's just amazing what a deep freezer can do for you. Now, there's definitely a reason why they put the expiry dates on food, in in packaged foods or canned good foods in particular. So be very careful with that. Read in to all of the different labels and to why the expiry dates are there. Don't just take my word for it, like LeVar from Reading Rainbow. Go out and read stuff for yourself. Go and check stuff. Go and actually, go and call, if this is going to become something that's serious in your life, call a manufacturer. Call someone and say, can I do this? Can I do that? Because I'm telling you, you ask that question once, and that could be like 50, 60 years of your future eating a certain way and helping your body out, your family out, even your community out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope the deep freezer becomes a part of your life as it has for myself. I just hope you have a wonderful day, evening, morning, or night. God bless. Oh yeah, and if you like what I'm doing, please tweet, tumble, like, share, thumbs up, plus, pin, or do whatever you do, and please subscribe.